Hello, my little cherry pies. It's wholesome here. Sorry if my voice is too low. It's currently almost 5 o'clock, and my parents are awake, so I don't want them to hear me, but at the same time, I just want to get my editing over with. I knew I said that I was going to finish the series before I did everything else, but then I just needed to take a break from it, and then the more I took a break, the more I realized I did not want to finish it. So it took me over 5 days to write this script out. To me, it's very bad. I don't care for it that much, but I think you guys will enjoy it, hopefully enjoy it, because I spent a lot of time on this and it took a lot of mental energy. So I just hope you like it. There are trigger warnings for violence. Derogatory terms are flown around. Harassment, just straight up assault. Like, let's just say it's violent. So yeah, I'll put a trigger warning, hopefully, while I'm editing, where the violence and sort happens. So yeah, just be mindful of the trigger warnings when you're watching it. I don't really know what else to say. I have a Coffee account if you want to support me on Coffee. All my other links, such as my Discord and stuff, are down below. As always, I don't own any of the characters presented in the video. And with that being said, on to this video that caused me so much emotional stress.
You want me to what? It's just one night. One night, SakuAtsu. What? I understand you and Atsumu can't keep it in your pants, but you're asking me to do something illegal. It's not illegal. Murder is illegal. You're just bending the rules a little bit. Komori looks over his cousin's shoulder to where Atsumu is curled up on his bed, filing his nails. Atsumu peeks up from under his lashes, smiling softly. You're both bastards. If it makes you feel better, Jinjima is chill. He won't be annoying or whatever. Even if you say no, I'm staying in here anyways. So. Komori looks at SakuAtsu with a pointed glare, the ace merely smiling and holding a bag of chips. We got snacks for you guys, if that makes a difference. If I get caught by coach. You're not gonna get caught. We'll swap rooms at 5 a.m. before practice. 5. Atsumu pouts, pressing his index fingers together. Clear see? Fucking at this point I'll do anything to get away from you two. Yay. We love you. Komori shuts his eyes as he recalls the memory, puffing out his cheeks and clutching onto the duffel bag that hangs from his shoulder, annoyed. They so owe me. Taking out Atsumu's room card, he swiped it and only the door after it beeps, wondering if Atsumu bothered to warn his roommate that he'd be spending the night. What was his name again? Jinjima? Komori walks into the room, trying to place a face to the name. For fuck's sake. He slings his bag onto the made bed, looking around the small room. Hello? Komori's call is met with silence. Hello? Komori huffs, listening closely and trying to hear if the shower is running or something. After a moment, he chalks it up as him being all alone. Maybe if I'm lucky I'll be all alone. I do have to shower though. Shit. Christ, I hate it here. Komori pulls out a towel and some clothes from his duffel bag, along with a toothbrush and toothpaste. Holding it neatly in his arms, he walks over to the bathroom door, only to notice it's already slightly open. Tilting his head to the side, he looks down at the doorknob and rests a palm on it, before opening it and, what the shit, dude? Komori squeals when he's met with a naked boy, automatically turning away as his face and ears burn red. Who the fuck are you? Pervert. You left the door unlocked. What? So that gives you an invitation? No. I just. For fuck's sake, let me change, dude. Sorry. Komori steps away from the bathroom, listening to the door slam behind him. He stands there, items hugged close to his chest, and listens to the shuffles behind the door before Jinjima is walking out. You're SakuAtsu's friend? Komori blushes when he turns around and Jinjima is only in his shorts and nothing else. A small towel wrapped around his neck as he dries his wet, gray hair. A cousin. Oh, well, sorry you had to see all that. It could have been worse. Jinjima smirks. You liked it? Relax, dude. I'm making a joke. I'm not gay. Chill. Alright. So, I'm Komori. Jinjima. Atsumu is in my cousin's room tonight. I get that. I mean I could live without knowing Atsumu is probably. Komori makes a loud noise startling Jinjima. What? I don't finish that sentence. Alright. I need to take a shower. Jinjima smirks, letting the towel hand around his neck and holding onto the ends. A shame we couldn't save water. Should have come over sooner. Aren't you straight? No homo, though. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Alright. Have fun. Sure. Not too fun though. Alright. Bye. You say that as if I won't be out here when you get out. We're roomies now. Komori. Instead of responding, Komori all but runs into the bathroom, slamming the door shut and letting his clothes and items fall to the floor, the scent of Jinjima's body wash still prominent in the bathroom. Fuck. Atsumu wakes to a gentle hand running its finger through his hair, causing him to smile and softly press into the touch. Comfortable and warm. Baby, it's time to wake up. Number. Atsumu yawns and Sakusa stops, resting a hand on Atsumu's neck. You were the one who wanted to sleep in here. And I am now. Now SHH time to sleep some more. Sleep some more. Atsumu brings up a hand to pat the one on top of his head before holding onto it. Atsumu, you have to go back to your room now. This is my room. No, this is my room. Whatever yours is mine, isn't it? Sakusa sighs, sleeping out of the bed, causing Atsumu to whine as his body is met with cool sheets instead of a warm omi. Omi. No, Atsumu. Both our coaches will go nuts if we get caught. Fine. Atsumu sits up and stretches, the muscle in his back spazzing as he does so. What time is it? 4:30 a.m. For fuck's sake. Atsumu gets out of bed and stumbles past Omi over to his sleeping bag, pouting as he ruffles through his things. We also have to talk about what we're going to do today. What do you mean? You know, about Kaio. Atsumu sighs, pulling out his toothbrush and toothpaste. I'd rather not talk about that right now. We need to before I see him today and break his fucking jaw for bothering you. Atsumu walks into the bathroom, wetting his toothbrush and then putting a dollop of paste on the bristles. It's not that big of a deal, Omi-kun. Atsumu. Atsumu rolls his eyes and sticks his toothbrush in his mouth. Words muffled. What he did isn't the best, but I don't wanna make such a big deal out of it. Okoi. But maybe if I had a scoy boyfriend to look after me, I wouldn't have to deal with weeping toms. So you just wanna let him off the hook? That easily? Atsumu furiously speeds up on brushing his teeth. Sakusa standing there with his hands on his hips, and his boyfriend spits the paste out and then cups water in his palms to wash the excess out of his mouth. Atsumu then takes a handheld towel and pats his mouth, before walking out of the bathroom and up to his boyfriend, placing two hands on the ace's broad shoulders. Omi-kun, I know you wanna kick his ass, but I'm not one for drama. I also don't want you getting suspended, or even worse, kicked off the team because of some low-life loser. But he didn't touch me, or harm me, he just annoyed me. It's not a big deal. I'm sure if you actually spend time with me instead of ignoring me for Eren, he'll leave me alone. But Atsumu rocks up on his toes and presses a soft kiss to the corner of Sakusa's mouth, causing the ace to smile gently. Omi, I don't want a bastard to ruin the little we have together before we have to go back to long distance. Please, for me. Sakusa is silent as Atsumu looks up at him with wide eyes, a smile on his face that causes Sakusa's heart to melt. They stare at each other for 2 minutes, neither backing down, when Sakusa sighs, rolling his eyes. Fine. We'll deal with the situation your way. Atsumu giggles, sliding his hands down so he can wrap his arms around Sakusa's waist and snuggle his face into his boyfriend's chest. Yay. But I swear to God, if that fucker so much as looks at you the wrong way, he won't. Not with you around. Sakusa sighs again, cupping a hand around Atsumu's neck and squeezing gently. He better not. He won't. I'm sure of it. Well, for his sake, I hope you're right. I'm sure of it. Nobody would be stupid enough to hit on someone around their bae. Sakusa smirks as Atsumu pulls away, pressing a small kiss to Sakusa's nose. Bae. Oh hush. It's almost 5 a.m. I wanna go back to sleep. Too bad. You've dug your grave and now it's time for you to lay in it. But bye. Number. Let's go. Time to gather your things. Atsumu huffs as he turns to where the things are in the corner, Sakusa tapping a light hand on his behind to nudge him forward. Must you smack my ass? I gently tapped it. Now come on. Hurry along. Atsumu rolls his eyes, all but allowing Sakusa to gather his things for him. He whines and complains, but by the time he and Komori are swapped, Jinjima groaning lowly at the light that floods into the room. He's just glad he has some time to spare before he has to get up in the morning. The next day, Sakusa gains the role of Atsumu's guard dog, hovering beside his boyfriend with a gloomy frown, and an arm wrapped around his waist. I think it's working. Atsumu scoops up a spoon of yogurt and feeds it to the ace, looking over his shoulder and spotting Kaio, who's gathering around some other guys from Itachiyama, sending dark looks their way every once in a while. Kaio. He seems annoyed. He hasn't approached me yet. Sakusa used his thumb to swipe at the ends of his mouth, taking some excess yogurt off. Serves him right. I don't want to see him talking to you. Or, Omi. Sakusa frowns as Atsumu kisses his cheek, cooing. I have a reputation to uphold. Atsumu, you can't be all mushy-gushy with me. Oh, shut up. You're a softie. Only for you. Good. I'd be concerned if it was for someone other than me. Atsumu trails off as he spots Komori and Jinjima sitting at an empty table. Komori watching as Jinjima picks up a spoon and tries to make it hang from his nose. Is there something between them? Sakusa follows Atsumu's eyes, watching as his cousin cringes at Jinjima and throws a napkin at him, the silver-haired boy dropping the spoon and pouting, stating something that causes the brunette to laugh. I don't think so. Komori isn't interested in dating. Yeah, and Jinjima is straight. Weird. Sakusa shrugs, wrapping an arm around Atsumu's waist to gain his attention back. Don't stress over it, Atsumu. I'm not stressing. Sakusa hums, pressing his face into Atsumu's neck and inhaling. You're going to clingy the rest of the training camp, aren't you? Can you blame me? You're perfect. Atsumu smiles softly, taking Sakusa's hand in his own and squeezing it. You just wanna claim what's yours, huh? I never said that. You don't need to say anything. You're not an object, Atsumu. I know. I'm just joking. I just hope that bastard catches the hint. And I'm sure he will. Let's not stress over it, okay? I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Why do I feel as though you're jinxing it? Atsumu huffs, taking a bite of his yogurt. Come on, let's eat. Feed me. I'm tired. Atsumu rolls his eyes. And you say I'm the baby. For the most part, the next 3 days are uneventful. Other than Osamu and Suna gagging at Sakusa's display of affection, Kita all but giving him a death glare when the ace's hand slips too far down Atsumu's back, nothing much happens. Jinjima and Komori continue to flirt awkwardly, even if Jinjima swears up, down and sideways that he's straight, and Sakusa can't help but laugh, only to fall silent when Atsumu reminds him how awkward he was when he found out he wanted to date Atsumu. All in all, it's nice for Atsumu to be able to spend so much time with his boyfriend, especially when his boyfriend is in a very clingy, possessive mood. Well, until it's not. We're doing that stupid partner thing today again. Atsumu tugs on his training tee, sighing as his bones pop. What do you mean stupid partner thing? You know, where we swap with a member of the other team and stretch and do drills together. Oh, well, it's not that bad. I have Komori, so. Jinjima gives him a dirty side eye as Atsumu ties his shoes, smirking. Jealous, Jinjima? I'm good, thanks. Atsumu huffs as Jinjima continues dressing moodily, a small pout on his face. Obviously he felt something for Komori, but, whatever. Atsumu won't cry. By the time they are in the gym, Atsumu giving a small wave to Sakusa, who smirks at him and waves back. The coaches are already there, clipboards in hand and a whistle around their neck. I don't see why they need whistles. In case idiots like you decide to act like dogs. Atsumu presses a hand into his chest, feigning hurt. Suna, you dare insult your future brother-in-law? Yes. Before you start whining, you walked into his trap. To be fair, Atsumu pouts, crossing his arms. Fair enough. They stay chatting for 10 minutes or so, Atsumu getting poked at occasionally by both Suna and Osamu alike before their coaches are clapping their hands and announcing for them to get in their lines. Atsumu falls into line beside Jinjima, the silver-haired male looking far more grumpy than normal. He wants to make a comment but decides against it, looking away from his teammate and towards the coaches, who are standing in the middle. They are kind of weird, honestly. Their coach finishes the sentences of the Itachi I am a coach, and vice versa. As they speak, Atsumu zones out, finding his eyes on Sakusa. He still, to this day, didn't know how he landed a boyfriend like Omi. He wasn't just beautiful. Atsumu could probably stare at his bored face and sharp jawline all day, but he was also so caring. And it was reserved just for Atsumu, nobody else. It made Atsumu's heart warm. Hey, good luck. Atsumu snaps out of his staring, looking to the side at Jinjima who's smirking. What happened? Have you not been paying attention? No? Jinjima inhales, looking at their coaches who are still talking, looking their opposite direction. We're getting new partners. Oh. Jinjima and Atsumu fell silent, the silver-haired male raising one last eyebrow in his direction before going back to paying attention. Atsumu stands there nervously, all but thrumming with nervousness, as coach starts to call names. Sakusa ends up paired with Suna, which, fair enough. Jinjima ends up paired up with Komori, which Atsumu can see makes him way too excited, and then, damn. Atsumu can't help but let his chin fall to his chest when the coach calls him and Kaio's name, deeming them partners. Fuck. Well, we meet again. Atsumu folds his arms as Kaio smirks at him, an amused glint in his eyes. You sound like a James Bond villain. Ah, James Bond fan, are we? More like a fan of guys not shittily flirting with me when my boyfriend is right across the court, watching us. By the way, chill out, dude, I'm just messing with you. Sure. Look, I'm sorry I flirted with you, okay? It's just, you know, a cute guy like you doesn't come by very often. I literally have a twin. Yeah, but he's taken too. Whatever, that's hardly an apology. Simon. Tsumu, don't be like that. It's Atsumu, to you, not Tsumu, or cutie, it's Atsumu. Do I have to spell it out for you? Kaio sighs, crossing his arms over his broad chest. Fine, Atsumu, I'm sorry for how I acted. It's not sincere, but I'll take it. Thank you. Now can we get started, please? Atsumu huffs, unfolding his arms and pressing them on his hips. Fine, whatever. Atsumu scoffs as he and Kaio talk for a little bit about what drills they need to do, the setter zoning out and meeting eyes with Sakusa across the court, the black-haired male pinning a death glare on Kaio as he stretches his arms out. Well, we need to stretch first. No fucking shit, Sherlock. You should do something with those brains besides volleyball. Atsumu hides his shock at what he said fairly well, slightly uncomfortable with how quickly he was to lash out at the other male. Kaio seems unfazed, merely giving him a distasteful look. You know, I'm trying to be nice here, Atsumu. Maybe you should stop acting like a fucking bitch. Atsumu flinches as though he's been slapped, lips curling downwards in a frown. Oh okay yeah, sorry, that was a little uncalled for. Kaio studies him for a minute, eyes narrowed and questionable. It's only when Atsumu shifts uncomfortably when he responds. Stretching doesn't take a lot of talking. Let's just focus on that and try to bury the hatchet, okay? Atsumu nods. Right, sorry. They begin to stretch in silence awkwardly, Kaio's eyes traveling up and down his body as Atsumu does his basic warm-up, the setter looking anywhere but at his partner. Well, this is a partner exercise. Atsumu glances at him, before looking back ahead at the spot on the wall he's told himself to focus on. Simon. Atsumu, I know a lot of good stretches. My sister does ballet, so it won't be too difficult. You seem bendy, after all. What's that supposed to mean? Well, you're in good shape. A setter, right? You guys have to be flexible for those deep stances you do, just like a libero. That's kind of weird dude. I'm trying to help you out, Atsumu. Are you willing to stretch with me, or not? Give me one reason why I should trust you. Because I feel bad. Okay, I'm not. I know I'm a jerk, but I don't mean to be. Maybe if I give you some pointers and tips to help you out, we can start on a new page. Atsumu thinks about it for a minute, debating with himself in his head. He sneaks a glance at Kyo, who's looking at him with a warm and soft smile, one that's different from the leering ones from before. Sighing, Atsumu shrugs. Why not? You look ready to castrate someone. SakuAtsu blinks, looking away from Atsumu and Kyo to Suna, who's smirking at him. Listen, I'm always up for a show, but I would suggest you wait to kick Kyo's ass until after practice is over. Wouldn't wanna be sent home early, would ya? I'm not going to kick anyone's ass. Why not? SakuAtsu raises an eyebrow at Suna, stretching out his wrists. Why would I? Dude, I dare someone to speak to Osamu the way that guy talked to Atsumu. They'd be dead in 3 seconds. Not even by me. Osamu is a biter, and not in the good way. That's a little too much info, Suna. Yeah, well still, Osamu's been venting to me about how much that dude pissed him off since he did it. Did what? Didn't Atsumu tell you? About him like calling him cute? Dude even tried to playfully dig an elbow in Atsumu's side, but Osamu wasn't having any of that. SakuAtsu's chest swells with anger, glancing back over to Kyo and Atsumu, who, for the most part, are just chatting. Well, even if I wanted to do something, Atsumu wouldn't let me. So, Suna, are you seriously egging me to fight him on? Yeah. I already told Atsumu I wouldn't touch him, unless he did something super bad to upset Atsumu. I have to respect that. 'Cause like, trust, you know? Ah, I see. Anyways, can we just continue on with our stretching? This topic is making me mad. Sure, dude. Hey, have you? Suna's voice falls flat when they hear a yell, the both of them looking over to Kyo and Atsumu. Atsumu is on the ground, protecting his face as Kyo holds a hand to his chest, standing over him. You fucking bitch. Before SakuAtsu can even react, Osamu and Kita are already over. Kita kneeling down beside Atsumu while Osamu all but squares up with Kyo, puffing his chest and cheeks out angrily. What the fuck did you do to him? I didn't. You didn't what? You expect me to believe my fucking brother did anything when you've been the one harassing him since we got here? Don't fucking play cute or I'm going to cock your fucking teeth out. SakuAtsu, confused, ignores the fight happening between Osamu and Kyo, as well as Suna mumbling he's so hot under his breath as he pulls out his phone for photos, quickly walking over to his boyfriend and kneeling beside him. Baby, what happened? Omi, can I go home? Atsumu immediately curls into SakuAtsu's arms, pressing his face into the crook of his neck and wrapping his arms around the ace's neck tightly, clinging on. His voice is small and scared, and SakuAtsu is sure the screaming coming from his brother isn't helping. Your brother is the one that's been fucking teasing me all week. Teasing you? My brother doesn't even look your fucking way, bitch. Yo, where the fuck are the coaches, dawg? Not them leaving at just the right time. Eren intervenes, standing beside Kita as some other members put their heads down and try to ignore what's going on. Okay, I think it's best if we all calm down. No, I'm not gonna calm down. That bitch fucking bit me. Don't call my brother a fucking bitch. Dick Canoe. Dick Canoe. Really? Can you all please be quiet for one moment? The coaches are gone and as the captain of my team I'd like to know what happened. There's no need for violence. Alright, motherfucking nature. Don't speak to him that way. He's trying to help you. No, he's acting like a fucking teacher. He's older than you. Kyo, show some respect. No, I fucking won't. Guys, don't argue with him. He can spaz as much as he wants. I just need to know what happened. Eren crosses his arms over his chest, pinning a glare on Kyo. Now, tell me what happened. I'll tell you what happened. That fucking bitch kept insulting me and being rude to me when I was just trying to be nice. I didn't. No, you're going to shut the fuck up and let me speak. Osamu turns on him, eyes blazing with anger. Don't talk to my brother like that, you piece of shit. I'll talk to him how I wanna fucking talk to him. Kyo, can you please be quiet? You aren't helping your case at all. And who the fuck are you to tell me that? Dude, watch yourself. Shut the fuck up, ugly. Oh no, how will I recover from such a blow? Atsumu, what happened? Well, this entire week he's been bothering me. You can ask Osamu. I'm gonna break your fucking jaw if you say another goddamn word, jackass. Suna smiles, taking another photo of his angry boyfriend. And it got to the point where he cornered me in the bathroom. For the past couple of days it's been okay, but today I said something a little mean and he called me a bitch, so I just thought maybe if I cooperated with him it wouldn't be too bad. He said he'd help me with stretching, but then he got too touchy and close, so I bit him. See, he fucking admitted to it. You touched him? Not like a super bad way, just it made me uncomfortable, and he put his thumb on my lip, so I bit him. That's still assault, Atsumu. I don't want anyone to get in trouble. You couldn't just keep your fucking mouth shut, could you? Before Sakusa can stand up, Osamu's fist is already meeting Kaio's jaw, a sickening crack ringing through the gym as Kaio stumbles back, trips over his own feet, and falls to the floor. Maybe you should have shut your fucking mouth and your jaw wouldn't have ended up broken, bitch. Suna pockets his phone, walking over to Osamu and wrapping his arms around his waist from behind, placing his chin on Osamu's shoulder. Baby, you can't just break people's jaws. But I think we should go cool off. Before Kita comes to scold you. Everyone stay silent as Suna steers Osamu away, walking through the members of Itachi that stare at the scene. Confused looks sketched into their face. That was up. Sakusa stands up, Atsumu watching with a pout as he walks over to Kaio, crossing his arms and looking down at him. You good? Kaio groans, pressing a hand to his jaw, which already has a bluish, purple bruise blooming along the edges. HGH. Simon, I'll help you up. Kaio groans slugishly, Atsumu watching in confusion as Sakusa claps his hands with Kaio's and brings his entire body up, his body all but hovering due to Sakusa's tight grip on him. Sakusa brings his lips down beside Kaio's ear, and he whispers, "Don't even fucking dare to think of Atsumu again, bitch." And then he's releasing his grip, Kaio falling to the ground with a thud and a wheeze escaping his mouth. Kaio's jaw was broken. Good. Kita sighs, pinching his nose with 2 fingers as Osamu gets his knuckles checked by the nurse, the skin having split open from the contact he made with Kaio. I understand what he did was wrong, but violence is never the answer. Yeah, I learned my lesson. Atsumu is sitting beside his twin, head resting on his shoulder and their arms intertwined. I can't believe you actually broke his jaw. Well, the fucker deserved it, did he not? Nobody should be touching and harassing people, especially you of all people. Atsumu smiles softly, hugging Osamu's arm tighter. I knew you cared about me. Shut the fuck up or you're next. Kita gives him a pointed look, before Osamu rolls his eyes. Sorry, just pissed still, is all. Don't worry, I'd be pissed if someone did the same to you. God, I fucking dare an asshole like Kaio to do that shit to me. I'll break their neck. No, you'd film me breaking their neck. I still have no idea how Suna manages to catch everything on tape. It is evidence, to be fair, also makes for good entertainment for later. They continue to talk amongst themselves, Kita allowing them to just bicker mindlessly, giving them some calm before the storm that is to come with their coach. By the time Osamu's knuckles are bandaged up, their coach is walking in, looking anything other than happy. Everyone but the twins and Kita have to leave the room, and after Atsumu reluctantly gives his side of the story, he's dismissed so Kita and the coach can decide on a correct punishment for Osamu. So, he's never acted like that before? No, not to my knowledge. Shit, dude is weird as hell. Won't be surprised if they locked him up or something. No offense, but I don't think someone can go to jail for calling someone a bitch. Yeah, but still, kid needs some sort of help. Komori smiles, looking down at his hands to avoid Gingerma's eyes. Hey, maybe you should room with me tonight. I'm sure Atsumu and Sakusa would like some alone time, if you catch my drift. Tempting, but I think I'd rather stick with Sakusa tonight, just in case. Please, I could totally protect you from a guy like Kaio. But you can't protect me from the rules, Gingerma blushes. Oh. How about I give you my number? We can FaceTime and watch a stupid K-drama, or something. Really? Yeah, why not? I'm sure our roommates will be up all night flirting anyways. Atsumu stuffs his hands in his pockets as he watches over them, a small smirk on his face as he passes by. Gingerman normally would tap his arm, cuss at him, anything, but he's currently too busy goofily smiling at Komori and writing down his number to do otherwise. When he walks around the corner, he spots SakuAtsu leaning on the wall, arms crossed and head pressed back with his eyes shut. You look like the cover of some cringy emo album. SakuAtsu blinks his eyes open, Atsumu smirking at him as he gets close, wrapping one arm around SakuAtsu's waist while the ace drapes his arm over his shoulder. I thought you promised not to touch him. Technically, I promised not to put him underground, via punch. All I did was drop him to the floor. He has a bruise on his back. He'll survive. Atsumu sighs, resting his head on SakuAtsu's shoulder. Pretty positive Osamu is going to be suspended for the rest of the season. He did what any good brother would do. He did what anyone wanting to get kicked off of a volleyball team would do. Achu. Omi. SakuAtsu stops them, adjusting their bodies so they are facing each other. SakuAtsu holding Atsumu's palms in his own as Atsumu frowns, looking downwards. Hey. Hi. Don't be sad, okay? We hurt him because we care about you. Atsumu huffs, shaking his head with a light smile. You shouldn't hurt people for me, though. That's not good. You're right, we shouldn't have, but that can't be undone. Yeah. Are you mad at us though? Well, me. Not really, I guess. You didn't do that much to hurt him. Exactly. Just a bruised back. No biggie. Atsumu flushes and laughs as SakuAtsu places one finger under Atsumu's chin, making him look up into his eyes. I love you, Atsumu. I'd do anything for you. Okay. That's not that good, though, isn't it? What do you mean? You shouldn't hurt people for me. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. MHM. SakuAtsu's heart hurts at the sadness in Atsumu's eyes, knowing this was not how he wanted anything to go. I'm sorry, baby. I really am. Atsumu shrugs, looking up at him with a small smile. Yeah, well, I guess if you talk shit you're just gonna get hit, right? Still. Let's just drop it for now, okay? It's not the end of the world. Of course I didn't want anyone to get hurt, but Kyo sort of dug himself his own grave with how he acted. That is true. Atsumu laughs. He kind of sounded like a squealing squirrel, if you ask me. A squirrel? Every time he said bitch his voice got higher, sort of sounded like he was getting kicked in the nuts. SakuAtsu laughs, tugging Atsumu close and ruffling his hair. Only you manage to make me laugh when I'm mad. 'Cause I'm your baby. If anyone else makes you laugh they will get the Atsumu knuckle sandwich delight. Knuckle sandwich? Really? Yeah, you're just as much mine as I am yours. Don't worry, baby. You're one of a kind. SakuAtsu pressed Atsumu close again, pressing a kiss to the side of his temple. So can we watch The Lion King tonight? Ugh, what is up with you and sad movies when you need something happy? Hey, Lion King isn't that bad. Fine, but when you cry, you aren't allowed to hold me. But Omi. Don't Omi me. You have dug your grave, now you must lie in it. Omi. Atsumu whines, snuggling close to his boyfriend. That night, SakuAtsu holds him close as Atsumu hiccups over Mufasa's death, crying his heart out, wiping away his boyfriend's tears, unable to note how beautiful his honey brown eyes looked when he cries. SakuAtsu can't help but smile. Yeah, he'd 100% kill anyone that tried to take the light from his eyes. Finn.